These are probably the most high maintenance houseplants I have in my collection, but they're one of my absolute favorites. You guessed it right, I'm talking about anthuriums. Hi, I'm Lisa, also known as Happy Plant Collector on social media, and I am a UK houseplant lover with over 150 houseplants in my 1-bedroom flat in London. And today I'm going to show you what I learned in the last couple of years about anthurium care. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. I have more than 20 anthuriums in my collection, and I have learned a lot through trial and error in the past 5 years. I would class anthuriums as quite high maintenance plants. They need very consistent growing conditions, so you can grow them into nice and big, beautiful plants. And if you have seen some of my videos before, you probably guessed it already that most of my anthuriums are grown in pon. I do have some which are in sphagnum moss and in soil. I still have one which is in soil as like a comparison to see how it grows. So I'm going to show you this as well. So let's dive a bit deeper into anthurium care. As always, those are my own experience. What works in my home environment might not be working for you at home, but I was quite successful with it, so I thought I'm going to share how I take care of them. Most of my anthurium plants I will buy as a seed or a seedling because I absolutely love to see how the anthurium grows when it gets older. You can get 2 from the same seed batch and those plants turn out completely different, which I have later a really good example for that. I'm going to show you each growth stage I have anthurium at home and how do I grow them. So first up I have this tiny little anthurium seedling. All of those anthurium come out in this similar shape and it's purely grown in sphagnum moss. That's the seedling stage. And then when it's grown a little bit, we're going to put it up into a bigger pot. And when I do this, so this one is my Anthurium Goliath, which is absolutely beautiful. It has this velvety leaf. You can see the shape of the leaf forming and it starts to get some color. You can see here in the back too with the stem, and it gets like dark purpley veins. I will have already, as you can see here, some fine pon as a water reservoir at the bottom, because my ultimate goal is that I'm going to train it into self-watering because it makes my life so much easier. This one is the next size up what I normally do. I'm still having fine pon at the bottom and moss at the top, but I do reduce the amount of moss and I keep adding pon. You can see as well, it is an absolute beautiful leaf, and you can start seeing how the plant is going to look like in its adult stage. And this is Anthurium Kala with a Dr. block. Absolute gorgeous. From this, there's only one step more to go, which is a full semi-hydro setup. As you can see now, it is coarse pon because the roots are getting a lot thicker, and it looks super happy with it. And this is an Anthurium King of Spades X Luxuriant. It's getting big and it has this absolute gorgeous luxuriant texture of the leaf, but it's super, super dark. This is how I start growing my anthurium and level them up basically into the next pot and training them into semi-hydro right from the beginning. So here you can see the difference in size, which is so cute. So those are the individual stages I grow my anthurium seedlings and seeds in until they are into an adult stage. However, I do have some anthuriums in soil and I'm going to show you those now. If you do grow them in soil, make sure that they are in a super chunky soil mix with lots of bark inside. In their natural habitat, they are growing on trees. The roots will attach onto the tree and that's where they grow. Some of them now grow also on the ground, but that's where they mostly grow. So you can attach a moss pole as well if you like to. This one is my Anthurium Super Silver. Absolutely beautiful. I have a plant which I bought at the same time than this one, which has been grown in semi-hydro, and the difference in leaf growth is insane. Look at that difference. And they get the same care. The only difference is that they are in a different substrate, which this one is grown in a pond mix and this one is grown in a Anthurium soil mix. Anthuriums do not like too much sun. I grow mine like 2 meters away from a south-facing window. They do like it bright. In my opinion, is as darker the leaf, as less light they can tolerate. Don't forget, less light doesn't mean no light at all. Plants still need light. They will show me if they're receiving too much sun. They will point their leaf towards the bottom, and that means that they don't like it. It's too much sun for them. On the other hand, then, if they face up like this, if they face up instead of forward the leaf, that means they should receive, or they would like to have a little bit more sun, because normally they should just be like this. Some of my Anthuriums, especially the baby ones, I do grow in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet where grow lights are on around 10 hours a day. But I made sure that those are not the strongest grow lights you can buy. So it's not like the Mother Light or Grogan, which I absolutely love and use for my other plants, but not for my seedlings. That's a bit too strong for them. Let's talk about watering. It is super important for Anthuriums that you stay consistent with your watering schedule, which does not mean I water it once a week. That does not work in plants. You should stay consistent, which is my biggest struggle as well. Hence, I absolutely love the semi-hydro self-watering setup. But here, for example, this is Anthurium, I'm going to butcher that, Besae AFF. Now, after having it for at least, I think, 2 years now, gives me its first beautiful-ish leaf, which is not ripped, as you can see here or on there. And the only reason for that is it is grown in soil and I was not consistent enough for it to be watered. And this is all the growth I got in over 2 years. It is still an absolutely stunning plant. Another indicator that you're not consistent enough with your Anthurium care is they start to get those yellow edges on the leaf. That happened for me over winter because over winter it is too cold in my flat for me to use the self-watering setup. I was not consistent enough for this beautiful specimen to be watered enough, and that's how it thanked me. Anthuriums, they will definitely show you if they want and they need care, and they need a little bit more care. The most important thing is that you stay consistent. You stay consistent in watering. Humidity is a really big one. Ideally, they have around 60% humidity, which I cannot make that happen in my flat, sadly, especially in summer. So they will thank me with crispy leaves, but that's fine. It's just crispy leaves. You can see it from here. That leaf grown last year when it was 40 degrees in my flat and around 20% humidity. Everything is very crispy, as you can hear, but that's fine. We are here to fix our mistakes, and this one, let me do the influencer thing, is an Anthurium Ace of Spades Green, which I have in my collection since 2021. As of fertilizing, I fertilize with every single watering all year around. I don't stop in winter, I just use a lower dosage. My two go-tos are Liquid Gold Leaf and Super Thrive. Sun is coming out, yay! This is like the best hack I discovered. I used to had my Anthuriums on moss poles. I just have too many and I don't have the space to have all of my Anthuriums on moss pole or all of my plants. So what I start doing is I keep a plastic pot around the stem with some moss, as you can see here. That helps the plant to grow bigger leaves, because those aerial roots which would grow around on the top stem will be redirected into the pon or your soil mix, and then will grow into normal roots and make the plant and Anthurium stronger as it grows up. This is an Anthurium papillianum. That was a tongue twister. Guanayala, which I got from my friend Gemma just 4 weeks ago, and it's already grown a new leaf here, as you can see. I'm very excited about this one. Do you remember when I told you that I grown 2 plants from the same seed batch? And I just want to show you the difference, because that makes Anthurium growing, especially from seeds, so much fun. You can see this here, which is an Anthurium Garden Puppy X long bullet. Oh my god, this is a tongue twister as well. They're all tongue twisters. So this one, very pretty, very long, has a green backside. It is super velvety, but it's not really dark. Those are grown from the same seeds batch, which is super cool. This is beautiful. It's velvety, it's darker, it's still long, but more round than long. And it has its first inflorescence, which is super exciting. It actually has 2 inflorescences growing, which I hopefully can collect some pollen from this absolute stunner. I know I have so many Anthuriums I want to show you, but I'm going to show you one more, which is my absolute pride and joy. I have grown this from a little seedling, and I just want to show you how much it has grown and how absolutely beautiful it is. You might have seen a peek of this beauty, which is an Anthurium red crystallinum X luxurians. It is so gorgeous. Look at the size, it's so big. And I'm going to put a little picture there from 2004, from 2 years ago, how tiny it was. But this is my absolute pride and joy. Well, and that's it from my quick Anthurium care. I hope you got some good tips and tricks, and if you have any questions about Anthurium care, just leave a comment down below. And thank you so much to make it till the end. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down here. I really would appreciate it. It helps me so much. I hope I see you at the next one. Bye!